moments, that's for sure.
That's right. But
So.
Coach Michael Mondragon is with us, and you guys took on the number one team in the state. I guess they went on to win the 4A state title, Highland, the Hornets. And
Yes, sir.
What kind of an experience was that playing that team up there on their home court?
Well, I mean, I'm just so proud of our guys. I mean, we left the day before. We really handled the trip. It's something we've always done in our program, and I thought we came out and played well. You know, I thought we came out and jumped on them early, and I think we got up as much as 7. And they're just a really good basketball team. They've got one of the best posts, if not the best post in the whole entire state. You know, I was just telling you earlier, Gene, that he broke the state record for points in the state tournament. Scored 140 in 4 games, which is right around a 36-point average. He had 44 against us. He had 40 and 20 in the state championship. Just a load, you know, 6'9". And I thought we did a great job. Our game plan was pretty well executed, with the exception of we just didn't have a 6'7".
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you need some height, some really big height, physical height. I thought Chance came in and gave us some good minutes there, our 6'6" junior. But I thought Riley and Peyton and Japheth and, you know, all our bigs, they did what they could. I mean, we were right there. We cut it to 8 one time, and they're late in the 4th, and we could have really easily got run out of the gym. But that just shows the testament and the toughness of our kids, you know, being able to scrap and fight. And I'm just really proud of them. You know, it's 2 years in a row, Gene, we've lost to the state champion. You know, last year in the state championship and this year to Highland. And we played them closer than anybody did the whole state tournament in their gym. So it wasn't even a neutral location. But really proud of our guys. I think really proud of our 3 seniors. You know, Jake Barrera, Marcus Bedwell, and Marshall Meekum. 3 of our guys, you know, with people are like, man, you only had 3. So
Yeah.
Future's bright, but definitely want to pay our respects to our seniors. I thought they had a great senior year. And anytime you get this far and you do this, you know, how much this success, you got to have some senior leadership, and Jake and Marshall and Marcus definitely did that, and could have missed them. And got to give a big shout out to Christian Romo, our 3-year manager. Gene, this guy's like a coach, man. We're gonna miss him, and he did such a great job for us, just taking care of all the stuff behind the scenes, and setting up cameras, and you got to have people that you can trust and people that are willing to do some of those dirty jobs that never get credit. And Christian did a lot of that for us, and we're going to miss him. And it's just sad. You know, you say, like I tell the guys, it's not goodbye. It's more see you later. But in our program, we talk about loyalty and family, and it's just hard whenever you lose some pieces and they move on to college. But great season, great year, 3-time defending district champions, accomplished a lot of good things, and future's really, really bright.
Well, you mentioned that 3 seniors that are graduating from the team this spring. So that means you got a lot coming back then, don't you? Is that kind of concern the rest of the state?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's,
in a good way?
You know, everybody across the state, I talked at state tournament, and, we had coaches meetings on Sunday, and, we definitely should be one of the favorites. But again, like I told our guys in the team room yesterday, none of that matters. We've got to make sure we take care of us between now and have a good June. I always say this, excuse me, is you can't win a state title in June, but you can lose one. And what I mean by that is you got to put in the time and the work. You're not going to win one in June. Just like we're not going to win one now in March. We just got to make sure we keep guys in the gym, keep getting bigger, stronger, faster, keep everybody healthy, keep working on all the things we need to work on, and then, get to work. Because, like we talk about all the time, we can't worry about winning a state title. We got to worry about rebounding, taking care of the ball, playing great defense, being good teammates, having leadership, all those things that help you be successful. So, yeah, I mean, return 4 starters, probably and then, of course, the key pieces off the bench are all coming back, and that's exciting. It's exciting for our guys, exciting for our team. I think we've got a great opportunity to go take advantage of some teams that might have lost a lot of pieces, which is Highland. I mean, the big 6'9" kid graduated. But definitely exciting. I mean, I think all of our guys and all of our exit interviews know that we have expectations next year and what we want to do, and that end goal. And every year we do, Gene, to try to win one.
Mm-hmm.
But like I tell our guys, we can't worry about that right now. We got to maybe take a couple weeks off, take some deep breaths, and our guys are going off to spring sports. Got a few guys going to baseball with Coach Ortiz, which they're off to a great start, and some going over to track and golf and that kind of stuff. So I wish them well in their spring sports, and then we'll get after it in June and have a great summer and give us an opportunity to get better and get ready for next year.
I told Coach Ortiz they're 2-3 in each of their first 2 3-game series. I said, you keep that up, you got a 100-win season coming up.
No, then they've got a great team. I mean, Coach Ortiz just does a great job with our guys in our baseball program, and I know they're senior laden this year with some guys they brought back and the experience they brought back. So I'm excited to go watch them. We're going to go out there Thursday. My wife's godson, David Molina, he's had a great start to the season, and he does a lot of good things. He's a big baseball kid.
Yeah.
I still give him a hard time about not playing basketball, but
well, ask him. When you hear wall,
yeah, I heard about that.
Look.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday in the hallway, and I said, Mijo, did you not see the wall? Nobody yelled wall. I said, well, the wall won. So wall won, David 0. So let's see. And he's a tough kid. He's a competitor, and he's really put a lot of time into baseball. It's his love and his passion, and I know he's going to have a great year for Coach Ortiz. And just really excited for what we've got going on basketball-wise, but came up a little short. But still, man, just so proud of our guys.
Now, you had, I look at the bench, and other teams have like 2 coaches, and you got like 47 coaches over there. You got a lot of help, and of course, you bring up folks from the JV and stuff like that. Who was talk about your coaches, coaching staff this year?
Obviously, we've had Coach Kirkwood, who has been with me for the last, I think, 3 or 4 years. Funny story about him is he was actually my very first year coaching. I brought him out of retirement to coach our freshman Orange team, and he really did a great job. And I played for Coach K, so we've got a special relationship. And then, of course, you got Coach Montoya, who's our JV coach, who's been with me from the beginning. Does a great job for us. Younger guy, really high energy. And then Coach Campbell, another guy that's been with me from the beginning, does a great job. We're really along with the kids. And then, of course, we bring up our 3 junior high coaches, and one is Dennis Garcia, which, again, the veteran guy, knows the game really well, kind of was in administration, came over and did our 8th grade Orange team, who went undefeated in one border conference. You got John Kelly, who's been with me for the last 3 or 4 years, does a great job down there too. And then we had Max Rodriguez. The funny thing about Max was he wasn't with us before Christmas because he was still in Clovis. He got a job offer there, and he took that opportunity to be closer to his family. And I think he realized it's much greater to be a bulldog than it is a wildcat. But I shouldn't say that on the air. But no, we're blessed to have him back, and he's just real. It's really neat, Gene, to see those coaches, I should say young, especially John and Max, that want to be a part, that are willing to do. And it's really nice when you have that many coaches because you can really stat a game and really get, hey, I want you to focus on, for instance, Coach Garcia did a great job this year really focusing on what we're doing press-wise. Are we pressing in the success we're having, plus or minus? And it's good to know that because after a timeout or after a quarter, I can say, hey, gee, how did our 11 look? How did our 75 look? We've ran it 4 times. We haven't got anything, so now we're wasting energy. I'll get Coach Rodriguez. He does kills, which is something that we got from Tech, which is we talk about 3 consecutive stops on defense equals a kill. And we always thought we want to have at least 2 kills per half if we can. So, hey, or how are we sitting kill-wise? Well, we hadn't got any. So that means we're either not guarding, we're giving up offensive rebounds. So there's a lot of statistical advantage that can help me kind of see how the game's going with that many coaches. It's really hard when it's only me, Derek, and Paul, or me, Derek, Charlie, and Paul, and because it's we have some. They're more worried about coaching and giving me offensive, defensive adjustments, where those other guys can really hone in on the stats. So, yeah, it seems like a lot, but it's really beneficial. Really helps us be successful, and I appreciate all their work that they do and their time that they give up.
Gives you more time to chat with the officials.
Which I can't talk about the officials at state, but that was a whole nother level, Gene.
I'm not going to I don't want you to get in trouble or anything like that.
Right, but.
And actually, they were fairly decent.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a couple of those crews came over. They were pretty chatty, and they came over and talked to us, and so there were some nice.
No, I thought we had great officials. Obviously, the state game there, and I didn't know them, and I thought they were really worried about our bench and our coaches instead of worrying about the game, which sometimes you get officials that do that. But you're never going to hear me say this, Gene, and you've known that. We're never going to ever lose a game because of officials or win a game because of officiating. Yeah. We're tougher than that. We know we've got to take care of business. There's things that we can control. Like I tell our guys, we don't ever miss a shot. We don't have to worry about officiating.
That's right.
Or we get every rebound. We don't have to worry about officiating. So there's things that we can control.
Yeah.
But really, just so proud of our guys. Probably one of the most improved teams I've ever coached. And I mean that. I really do. We're sitting here 3 months ago, and we're sitting right at 500. Just got beat by Gallup and dealing with some internal stuff. And these kids have really just I told Nick and Diego, all those guys, they've really started trusting us as coaches and trusting each other and trusting that process. And it showed. I mean, to be able to go through, we won some big games this year.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
To go up to Goddard and have to win by 4, which is probably one of the hardest places to play in the state. And then to win that playoff game and then to beat Lovington in this championship convincingly and then get the draw again to play them and come out and win a tight one there. And just shows a testament to the kids that we have and the program that we've built as a staff and as, 7th grade through 12th grade. And we've got kids coming. And, man, it's just we're like, it's really nice when you could say, we don't have to rebuild, we reload, and that's nice to do.
Great position to be in. And the thing, too, about the coaching staff is the coaches coach other sports, too.
Yes, sir.
You'll see them in all kinds of different sports coaching out. So that helps them get to know the kids better and the kids to know them better. And then when it comes basketball time, they're ready to learn basketball.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, and a huge advantage that people don't realize is Coach Montoya and Coach Campbell are at the junior high. So they get to kind of really build that relationship with those junior high kids that are playing. And they both coach, Coach Campbell does track and football, junior high football. Coach Montoya does track and junior high football. Kirkwood's he's a retired guy. He gets to relax and go play some golf now. But, yeah, exactly what you said. I think that's what makes Artesia special.
Yeah.
Is we do have coaches.
I saw Coach Kelly at the soccer field.
Yeah, he coaches soccer, and he's doing track. And Coach Garcia, I think, did volleyball, or I don't know what he's got going on in the spring. But, yeah, I mean, all of our coaches do multi-sports. I'm lucky enough to be able to go to off-season now, which is nice. I get a time to really spend time. This is where it's kind of you unwind. You really try to put back time with your family because people don't realize all of our coaching staff, every single family that has a dad or a mom that coaches, you just don't realize the amount of time that goes with that and the things that you miss and the games or practices and I'm going to really make sure I dig in and spend some time with my wife and my kiddos and go camping and throw the baseball around. He's got baseball starting up and go support spring sports and just take a deep breath because, that stress, if I keep going the way I am, Gene, I'm going to have nothing but gray hair. So
that's why you should be blonde like me. Then you don't see it. Listening to the Highland game, when Artesia made a big play, it sounded like the crowd was almost as loud for Artesia as it was for Highland. The fans really supported the team this year.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't thank Artesia enough. A big shout out to Lisa Dillon and the Artesia band. They made the trip up to Albuquerque on Wednesday. I think they really enjoyed.
I heard that. That's that
was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome, and that's what we want to see. And I think Lisa's doing such a great job of getting those kids excited. And I think anytime we go to state, they're going to go with us. Big shout out to our administration, Mr. Phibbs, Mr. Knoll, Coach Henderson, our Eric Greer, Haley Goff, Mark McAllister. They got a student bus to come up and kind of had some issues there with the student bus, but it worked out. They jumped in with the band and Mr. McAllister hauled all the band equipment in back of a Suburban, and our support's second to none, Gene. I mean, we're so blessed, and the student section was awesome. We had great crowd. I can't thank you enough, Artesia, and just, man, I'd call it the six-man club that we have with our gentlemen that support our guys. They were there, and they did a great job. And you're right. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember a better year as far as our fan involvement than this year. So thank you, Artesia. Thank you to our administration to making that happen. Lisa Dillon, our cheerleaders, Coach Tutak, and they got state coming up this weekend. Want to wish them luck. And just, man, it's always great to be a Bulldog, Gene. I mean that. We're so blessed. People can't realize how lucky and spoiled we are to have that support and have that crowd, and just they never say no. They always find a way, and we're just blessed to have that.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming in. I know you wanted to thank a few folks, and appreciate your help and
yes, sir,
making it possible for us to cover the team this year. And we'll probably figure out a way to have you help us with some baseball games.
Oh yeah, I don't mind getting out there. I have to shut up a little bit and watch the game. I can't be talking too much. But again, just want to thank our crowd, thank our Booster Club ladies, our officers. You know who you are. Thank you for all your work. All of our parents, especially our seniors, are going to miss you. Marshall, Jake, and Marcus. And it was a heck of a year, a heck of a run. And I think Bulldog basketball is got a bright future. We're going to have a good season next year and a good spring. And just want to thank everybody who's helped our success this year. And we'll come back with vengeance next year and hopefully, win another championship and bring home a blue trophy. I know it hasn't been done in a while. But thank you, Gene and KSVP. And it's always great to be a Bulldog.
All right, Coach Mondragon, thank you so much.
Thanks, Gene.
Let's head to the